So the next two kits for November are the medium and large tablescaping Christmas tree kits. Now, the reason that I have bought these kits for this November is because I know you all love tablescaping as much as I do. You love creating tables for guests when you have people over that are impressive and interesting and beautiful. And so this is sort of a kit that can be used as, you know, individual pots. If you want a few different Christmas trees dotted around your home, it's perfect because you get 3 or 5 depending on which size kit you order. But if you also want a table where you've got just something just really interesting and different, but living, and you know, a real plant that lasts for months, and then something you can put in the garden that will last you for years, then these are the kits for you. Okay, so I'm just going to go through it, and so I don't bore you by potting up loads of trees. I'm just going to go through the medium kit as already potted up, and then I'm going to pot up one of the trees, and then you just duplicate that across your tablescape kit. So the medium kit, you get 3 trees, so 3 real fresh picea trees, all the same size, and then you get 3 different pot sizes. So you get a 12 centimetre scalloped pot, you get a 10 centimetre tall scalloped pot, and then you get a 10 centimetre little scalloped pot. So it just adds that sort of varying height and texture, makes for a really interesting tablescape. So that is the medium, so you get 3 trees in that one. And then for the large, you have an additional 2. So in that one, we mix it up and we add in a delicately scalloped, so it's just 1 layer of scalloped detail on this pot, so that's a 12 centimetre. And then you get this gorgeous, probably our bestseller, 12 centimetre ribbed pot and matching saucer. So you get these 3 and then these 2 for the large. But what I'm going to do is just pot up one, explain to you how to look after them, and that is just sort of duplicated across the board on all of these trees. Okay, so in your kits you'll have your trees and your pots, you'll also have your gravel, your compost and your moss to finish off. And basically all you need to do is add in your gravel to the bottom of your pot once your pot is on its saucer, and then I would probably pop in a little sprinkling of compost on the bottom. Now I wouldn't necessarily put lots of compost in this one, but that's the only one that I would only put a tiny bit on top of the gravel, and that's the small 10 centimetre pot. All of the others, what you might want to do is put the tree in the pot, in its plastic pot, just to see where it kind of comes up to, so then you can work out how much compost you need in your one. But I've literally just put sort of a small, very small handful in there over the gravel, and I would say it would probably be similar for the 3 12 centimetre pots, and then maybe a little bit more for the 10 centimetre tall. You can check the sizes of your pots to see which ones are 12 and which ones are 10 on the bottom of your saucer. But obviously do that before you put the gravel in. Makes it a bit easier. Okay, so give all of your trees a nice drink, and then gently take them out of their pot and simply place in. Now, holding your tree, you simply need to put in a little bit more compost around the edges of your tree root system. Oh, I'm always so messy. Oh, I can't help it. Even using a shovel, I'm still messy. Okay, and then just gently sort of compress it down. Okay, have I made loads of mess? Yes. And then you finish off with your moss. So you'll have 2 types of moss in your kits. You'll have the bun moss, which is this chunky kind of green one, which you can take the root system off the back, just simply snap it off, and then it sits a bit more flush on top of the compost, she says. And then the flat moss, which is the sort of more woodlandy one, you might find a lot of pine cone in there and twigs and things. So you can just mix them up, and then that goes on top to finish it. And then you just duplicate that across all of the pots, whether you've got the medium or the large. In terms of care, the soil needs to be kept damp, so don't let it dry out. Don't let any of the trees dry out. Don't put it anywhere too hot, although for a couple of months it will be absolutely fine. And then when the festivities are over and it's January and you're ready to sort of put something new in your pots, you can put these in the garden, either in the ground or back into their plastic pots or in a different pot, and they will last for years and years and years. And then next year you can bring it back in, and then you've got yourself a beautiful tree tablescape ready for next year as well. So that's it. That's pretty much all the care. So in the medium you have these three, and then in the large you get these two along with it for your tablescaping this Christmas.